sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Do?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was—
But why are you here? Wait, don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still— Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
place is beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, in a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnigan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnigan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty, instead I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renin oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Xion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menencia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they've got one. You picked the wrong armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it up!
We're not ready!
Never miss! Guys like you!
All yours, Kisara.
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Blaze Lancer!
They're on fire! Vacuum blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
A freezing storm!
No further. They smite the slackened blade.
There!
Here goes! Confiscated!
Fire support! Dohalim! All yours, Kisara.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Harros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
These ones can run rings around us!
Stalagmite!
Burn it!
I'll smash you!
Into the shadows!
Make it rain!
All yours, Kisara.
Not
Going in!
Blew away!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Blaze Lancer!
Stalagmite! Vacuum blade!
Mega Ray!
There!
Annihilation!
Vacuum blade!
Glacial Fire!
There!
It's time.
one's mine!
No further.
Vacuum blade!
Ready! Explosion!
The flame inside is yours to be let free! We did it! My turn! No escape!
Hurricane
Double demon blast!
By the power of flame!
Vacuum blade!
Take this!
Soaring carve through armor!
Eagle
There!
Do it! Ringwell! Frozen! Hammer!
We can really make weapons with this?
No choice!
That'll bring you down!
Elusive deity! Go away!
Ready! Pierce evil! Shield and take it!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting
In a
enough.
bind!
Blizzard blow!
Blow away! Burn in hell!
Lightning!
Ready!
Hurricane!
Blow away!
Flame!
Ready!
Blizzard blow!
Blow away!
Lightning meteor! Hear my call! Ready! Fury! Hurricane strike! Beast of God! I'll heal you all!
Blow away!
You.
Ready!
Healing circle!
Shattering shot!
Searing flame!
Carve through armor! You apart!
I'm ready!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! This one's all mine! Ha! Eat this!
Annihilation!
Death in the wind!
Flame and fury!
Ready!
Blizzard blow!
Blow away!
Hear my lightning meteor!
Ready!
Red!
Blow away!
I think you require a hand.
Try harder! Now! Here I come!
I force you!
Ready!
Target shot!
Try harder!
Being interrupted.
Hold nothing back! There!
Dance on the wind.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm ready!
This
one's mine!
Ready!
Shattering
Pieces!
Attack time! Hurricane ready!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Reflect on thy skin.
Eat this! Blow away!
This one's mine!
Ready!
Water snake wing!
Blow away! Ready!
Lunar arc!
Rending you apart! Ready!
Denied! Searing flame!
Blow away!
This one's mine!
Ready!
This one's mine!
Ready! Flash!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. Speed and precision of your aim is simply...
Let's dispose of the trash.
Take this! Blow away! Try harder! Blow away!
That makes me the thorn in our side.
Bloody hell! My shield! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
You.
Ready! Do it!
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
Not a chance! Burn!
Hurricane!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And probably to me!
Do it! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
Now!
I'll take you.
Blow away!
Release! Ready to rip!
Engulf you.
Armor won't save you!
Reflect on
Fire
thy
in the
skin.
hole!
Ready!
Black and blade!
I can handle it! Lunar arc! Far enough!
Blow away!
Elusive deity.
Fire in the hole!
Take this.
Vacuum blade!
Tornado drive.
Eat dirt!
The tempest engulfs you.
Make it red!
Ready!
All yours, Kisara.
Not a chance!
I'll face you.
Escape!
Crescent flash.
There!
Reflect on thy skin.
Vacuum blade!
Black and flare.
Rending you apart! Vacuum blade!
Bloody hell. Take this.
Blow away!
Make it red!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Right, here goes! Now you'll learn!
Now you see what I can do!
Here
This
goes!
one's mine!
Bloody howling!
So much for talking it out!
You've got spirit!
Here's evil!
Another incantation ruined.
This one's mine!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Not today! Now,
You
while it's freely!
Take it down!
I'm ready! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now! Here I come!
Searing tempest!
Lunar Rondo!
Against thy will! Flare
This
tornado!
one's all mine!
Elusive deity!
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
I'm ready!
Ringwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Barely a blip on our radar. Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Let's see what you've got. In a bind?
I think I'll pass on the handshake. Or still!
Here I come!
Reflect on thy
They smite with bloody blood!
Here goes!
Raining strike! Blew away! Raining slash! Blew away! Try harder! My turn! Cut! 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 Raining slash! Eat dirt!
That'll bring you down! This one's mine!
Blew away! Raining slash! Blew away! Raining slash! They smite with bloody blade!
Here I come! To me!
Spread!
Raining slash! Blew away!
Raising you apart!
Annihilation!
Bloody howling! Armor won't save you!
Searing flame!
Blew
Reload!
away!
Hurricane flood! Lightning!
Raining slash!
Water! Here I
Take
go!
this!
Flaming meteor!
Raining slash! You picked the wrong fight! Seismic Ruska!
Stand in the wind!
Here's evil! Dreams!
Raining slash! Seismic Ruska!
Going in!
Blew away! Raining slash!
Healing
Blew
circle!
away! Take this! Cut! Cut! Try harder!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it!
Blew away! Execution! Raining slash! Armor won't save you!
Let the marksman handle this!
Raining the flame inside me! Yours will be let free! Ignore you! Raining
In a bind?
Crumble! I'll take you all on!